And welcome to a very special 75,000 subscriber Geekdom Q&A. Haven't done one of these in a while because I was waiting for 75K. And as usual, if you've been on the channel for a long time, you know that my Q&As when I hit a milestone are very special. And they feature a very special man. Please welcome the angriest man in the Dragon Ball community most of the time. Even though when you see him with his cat, it's the complete opposite. Hail Zeon.
What can I say? I have a soft spot for the pussy.
And ironically enough, the pussy's the first one that'll claw you and dig their nails right into you. So,
Right?
be careful of
Uh,
that, all you young folk out there.
Also, let me just say though, if the ones that don't claw or dig their nails in are the worst.
The ones that don't claw? No, well, they claw
Yeah.
you emotionally. That's the worst
God.
part, when they claw you emotionally.
Yeah, they
Uh,
dig in deep.
yeah, let's go
I
ahead
say,
and answer.
let's get to the fun part. Let's not talk about our horrible relationships and psychological issues.
No, let's not. We have enough time to talk about that in the future with our therapist. Let's get to some of these questions here. We've stacked up a whole bunch of them, so I am recording this before the Future Trunks episode, but
Hmm.
this is going up after the Future Trunks episode. So any Trunks questions will probably be skipped because we're probably going to have the answer to it. So just letting everybody know.
Hmm.
We're starting with Adam Mack here. Considering Senzu beans heal the user completely, why hasn't Goku, Vegeta, or even Gohan's tail grown back yet? I'm sure that they've eaten a Senzu bean each like 1,000 times by now. The only thing I can think of is that when they pull the tail out from the roots, it doesn't grow back.
Well, the thing is though that like we've never seen like a senzu bean like regrow limbs or anything. Like losing a body part and like healing a cut is two completely different things. So
Yeah, I don't remember seeing that either.
yeah, I mean the only time I've ever seen a person lose a limb that isn't a Namekian that it came back with a limb was
Oh, there was
Tenshinhan.
Tenshinhan and Gohan.
Yeah. Well, like I mean Gohan never came back with his arm, but like yeah, Tenshinhan lost his arm during the Saiyan arc, came back with it, but that's only because Kami specifically gave him his arm back.
Yeah, yeah,
So
when he
yeah.
went to the other world.
Hmm.
Yeah, so you can't regrow limbs with a Senzu. All right, next question. Hey there, I watched the time travel video in QAAMAN. I want to thank you for the info. When are you going to drop next Q&A? Right now.
Boom, bitch.
Boom! Was Goku Vegeta using God Ki in their base forms during the Universe 6 tournament? If yes, does this mean all Universe 6 fighters stronger than Gotenks? If no, does that mean their strength is comparable to Cell Saga Super Saiyan 1 levels from Giver 336, aka
Well,
Raul
I mean, we know
Rosari?
that their base forms for a fact now are above SS3 Gotenks.
Yes, now after the
Yeah,
Potato
yeah,
shit.
that is 100% confirmed. Yet can't even be denied anymore. As far as them using their God Key in their base, as far as we know, that's not the case.
Not
They
every
only
time,
use,
no.
yeah, they're specifically using the God Key in SSGSS because their key is sensible up until they hit that transformation. Because yeah, that's like they made like the distinction there. It's just like, oh, he hit this transformation. I can't sense his key anymore. So yeah, they made a point to point that out. So yeah, I would say they're using the regular key up until then.
Yeah, I would agree. Why did Trunks get so slow using his bulky SSJ? Was there a reason other than the fact that his muscles were weighing him down? Because if that's the only reason, that's BS, since the weight of the muscles would have been nothing to someone that strong. It's just the explanation that they give us for the form. But the thing is that no matter how strong you are, see, the thing is that there is some actual physics and biology involved here. The more muscle mass you have on your body, the less stamina that you have and the slower that you are. Not saying that everybody who has muscles is slow, but theoretically, and not theoretically, scientifically speaking, people who have more athletic bodies don't tend to be as bulky. Look at some of the runners who sprint and run. You know, they have very
Yeah,
small bodies. Yeah, because if the more weight you have on you, the slower you get. It's just basic
yeah.
biology.
I mean, you could like compare like like a fast running parkour guy who has a really lean body to like a dead like a weightlifter, and it's just like he's gonna be one's gonna have the power, one's gonna have the speed and the agility. And I mean, thing is though, as far as Dragon Ball logic goes, I still think that's horseshit because we see
There
what
is
was
some
it
horse
like
shit to
Frieza,
it.
because like Frieza was all like bulked out and like that was his most powerful state, and he didn't lose speed. So yeah, it was just a horseshit explanation that they gave. And
It's like it's almost as if they wanted to use biology then, but not with Frieza. That's
yeah,
pretty much what it was.
it's just they do it when it's convenient, whenever because Toriyama creates plot points and drops plot points all the damn time, like the Zenkai boost.
Yeah,
Which
it's a
stop.
convenient way to give guys to give guys a competitive edge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Pretty
it's
much.
just how Toriyama likes to write things.
Why didn't Baba revive Goku or Vegeta for a day to fight the androids in the future Trunks timeline? She had
Because
plenty
poor
of.
writing.
That's it. That's the answer. I don't even have to keep reading this, bro. I was gonna do a video about this eventually, and I will. There's tons and tons of reasons as to why the android / Cell Saga should have never happened, and that's one of them right there. Because
Yeah,
Goku could have come back for one day and wiped out 17 and 18.
he could have
training.
used Kaio to speak to the Namekians and wish everyone back with the Namekian Dragon Balls. There's a lot of things that could have been done because like Toriyama, he obviously wanted to tell a Terminator-esque story with time travel.
But he forgot all the lore that he had already created.
But yeah, like
right?
like the universe he had established isn't conducive to that kind of storytelling whatsoever.
I almost feel like that concept should have been used before the Vegeta saga. Like if he had used that concept like after Piccolo, it might have made more sense.
Oh, without a doubt. Like I really feel like a rewrite of Dragon Ball should have it that way instead. But yeah.
Yeah, what can you do?
That's just what happens when Tori, because he makes it up as he goes. You just have to accept these things.
Is it possible for someone to just create a transformation like SSJ, for example, since Frieza was able to create those forms that suppress his power, and now he has his golden form that he created and was able to choose color? Do you think that's possible? Anyone can do something like this? No, I think that's a trick only for Frieza's race. I think for the Saiyans, whatever, I think that for them it's biological. They can do this if they train hard enough. Whereas for Frieza, he just has some kind of weird way to manipulate his body. What do you think?
Yeah, I would agree because it doesn't seem like because we've only seen a handful of races that have transformations, and it seems like because Frieza's transformations that's what they are. They're forms designed to suppress his power, not give him more, and that's all they were. His golden transformation is a power up. But that once again, that seems like a racial, specific thing. And then with the Saiyans, that's just like they're this warrior race, and they can just keep pushing their personal boundaries and shattering them, but they can't just make up new transformations.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's just a Frieza thing. Just saw Alice Through a Looking Glass. It was really good. Have you seen it, Jeff from Super? Are you interested in this movie at all?
Not really. I heard the first one was bad. I'm not interested in a Johnny Depp Mad Hatter movie. I didn't even see the first one.
I'm not interested in a Johnny Depp Tim Burton collaboration ever again for the rest of my life. I think ever since Big Fish, I think Tim Burton's fallen apart. I mean, that's my opinion, of course. His movies are pretty much like parodies of himself.
Big Eyes was really, really good.
I didn't see that one, so maybe I'm wrong.
That is like honestly, if you want something that's just completely more grounded but still has that kind of Tim Burton-y edge to his filmmaking. It's probably the best. It's definitely the best movie he's made since Big Fish. It's so good.
Yeah, but that's still a big gap, though. In
it
between
is.
Good movies.
I hear Frankenweenie's really good.
I heard nothing but bad things about that movie.
Really? I heard nothing but good ones. That's so weird.
Yeah, well, Beetlejuice 2's coming, so he's got a chance. He's gonna have my ticket on that one. So
he doesn't have mine. I don't want a Beetlejuice 2.
Oh, well, Winona Ryder's tits, bro.
It's not gonna have those though.
It's not.
I mean, well, it's not gonna have her tits exposed.
Well, maybe it will. I mean, dude, okay. Helena Botham Carter, he fucking put her titties out in freaking in Sweeney Todd. I mean, maybe he'll do it for her too. You never know.
Okay, I really like Sweeney Todd. I forgot about that one.
Do you really? Because I did not like that movie.
I love Sweeney Todd.
Really?
Then again, I love musicals.
Okay, I don't like musicals. We differ on that.
Okay, so yeah, that's the thing. Like I love me some musicals, and I love Tim Burton's aesthetic overall usually. So him just making this really weird, creative musical that was just really dark fantasy, I really enjoyed.
I do find it funny that this guy Burton came out with like 6 classics in a row, like back in the 80s with Beetlejuice, Edward, Batman, Pee-wee.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I would say maybe Ed Wood. Batman Returns I love. But then like it was like nothing for a while. Like Sleepy Hollow was okay.
Yeah.
Nightmare Before Christmas. That's like one of his best movies ever.
Well, he didn't direct
He
that.
produced it. Yeah, he didn't direct
Yeah.
it, but it was very Burton-esque. Like he might not have
I
directed
also-
it, but it felt like it was.
I also really like The Corpse Bride. I know a lot of people hate that one. I really like it.
Yeah, I did not like it. So I guess you're more tolerable to Burton than I am.
Yeah, I think what it is people have Burton fatigue. I just think it's like because like one of the complaints I keep seeing about Tim Burton is just like, oh, he does the same thing all the time. It's just like, but he's the only one doing that. It's not like we're getting like a whole bunch of Tim Burton clones. We just have Tim Burton that's making these kind of movies.
Twisty Tree movies, you mean?
Yeah, like that weird kooky aesthetic. I'm not gonna say like all of his movies are good. He has a lot of stinkers, but he also has. I think I don't think he's particularly lost it. I just think that just sometimes he makes a good movie, sometimes he makes a bad one. Everyone has to have a few bad movies in them, except for Quentin Tarantino.
That's true. And Burton's going to be working on Dumbo, so I'm curious about where he'll take that, because that sounds
Whatever.
challenging.
Honestly, whatever. The original Dumbo was shit as far as I'm concerned.
All right.
I don't like Dumbo. That movie.
But you like racist movies.
What? I like Django was not a racist movie.
I didn't say Django, but you tend to like racism, so I mean I don't know why that.
I find it funny.
Okay, there you
Like
go.
I don't.
Then you
I
should
mean I
love
love
Dumbo.
I mean, I live in the American South. Real racism is horrible. When it's like grape drink and like watermelon jokes, that's fucking hilarious.
No, grape drank, not grape drink.
Oh, did I ever tell you about people calling me a fucking racist because I made a joke about Black Goku eating fried chicken and having an afro?
Well, that is kind of racist, but I don't think you were the first one to do that.
Yeah, like I made a joke that's just like like that would be fucking hilarious, and I had people actually telling me I'm a fucking racist, and like one guy's just like, it's like this is offensive, blah blah blah. That wouldn't be funny at all. You just lost a black subscriber. I'm like, okay, clearly you don't appreciate jokes.
No, well, you're just a heat magnet, bro.
I know, it's just a thing of like, well, I mean, I'm the biggest asshole in the world. I kill puppies in my free time. I rape women in dark alleys. We all know I'm a monster, and I'm a Trump supporter on top of that. I am humanity's greatest evil.
Well, that's the worst one right
Also,
there,
I'm working on the scientific principles of cloning to, clone Hitler. I am history's greatest monster.
By the way, folks, he's being sarcastic. Go subscribe to his channel, but if you're a pussy, don't subscribe. Right? So we'll just say it like this, all right? If you're watching this video and you consider yourself not a pussy, you'll go subscribe. Now, if you don't subscribe, then maybe you are a pussy. How about that?
I'll say this: if you could sit through my subscriber special entitled "Commenters Can Get Fucked," and you think that was an awesome video, I'm probably your kind of YouTuber. If not, I don't sub. Just don't. Save
or the
yourself
greatest
the headache.
video of all time, the Dragon Ball fandom can get fucked.
There's that one. I also really love the Wowie Zowie Trunks reveal.
I love that one too, bro. I can't wait for you to do a sarcastic review of this upcoming episode that I haven't already.
Yeah.
The review's probably already up by now.
Right, definitely. By the time this goes up.
What superhero would you train under?
Oh. Shit, a superhero? Batman, because he's actually human and can teach me martial arts and cool shit that I'd actually be able to do. You train with
Woman, because I want to be under her. No, go ahead.
Well, it's just like, like Wonder Woman, it's just like, because I feel like any actual real superhero, like you train with them, it's like you don't have their power set, so what the hell's that gonna do? So yeah,
Batman's more realistic.
Yeah, Batman's grounded. So yeah, Batman.
All right. Which saga... this is right for you right here. Which saga has more plot holes, Android or Boo?
Okay. Plot holes, Android, but the Boo arc is worse written.
Why do you think... Okay, I'm curious. Like, I get it. Like, I know what you're saying, but why do you think that the Boo saga is written worse if Android has more plot holes?
Because all of like the issues with the androids and all that, that's like that's all in the foundation of the story. Once you get past that, he tells a fairly solid story from there on out.
And there's great moments.
The Boo arc is a complete clusterfuck of everyone being a goddamn idiot at the worst times.
I thought the Android saga had that too, though.
It does. Really, it's more of like Vegeta being like I would say where these arcs really fall apart the most, it's in like the middle, like like the Super Cell or whatever the hell you want to call like imperfect Cell second form.
Second form
You know,
Cell.
okay, second form Cell, yeah. So like that whole part with second form Cell, I think is like where the arc's the worst. But even though it has Tenshin Han's greatest moment, but like the Majin Buu arc just goes completely off the rails. It becomes a complete fucking mess. Kaioshin's an idiot. Goku's an idiot. Fucking Vegeta's an idiot.
Goku's unbearable.
Gohan's a fucking idiot. Gotenks I want to fucking kill. Like everyone just does the stupidest shit at the stupidest times. It's one of those arcs that like the problem could have been resolved 15 different times throughout that arc.
That's true.
But it just doesn't really make sense. Because, like, I mean, even, like, the foundation of the Majin Buu arc, it's a lot of poor writing, like oh, well, what? Because people have this weird fucking headcanon that I hate, where it's just like, oh, well, Babidi shows up on Earth because of the key battle between Cell and Gohan. Like, that's what attracts him to Earth. It's like, no.
That's never been stated. That is headcanon. It's possible, but it's never stated.
Yeah, well, thing is, though, in the fucking, it is straight up fact that the reason Babidi is on Earth is because that's where Buu is.
Yes.
Like a lot of people keep thinking that Babidi brought Buu there. No, Buu was already there, and that's fucking weak-ass writing. Oh, where's this ancient, archaic evil that's existed since the dawn of the universe? On Earth. It's just been there the whole time. We just didn't know it. So yeah, that's weak-ass writing. The doing the reverse, Tower of Death thing, where they're, like, working their way down. It's just like, blow it up. Stop fighting these guys one-on-one. This is stupid. You guys are idiots.
Blow it up. Yeah, why haven't you kicked Dabura's ass, which is a pussy?
Yeah, it's like, hey, Goku, you have instantaneous movement. Why don't you just sense Dabura's power and just teleport directly to where he is? Why are you going through this chain? It was so stupid. Everything in that fucking arc is so stupid. That's not true. Majin Vegeta is amazing, and the final battle with Kid Buu is some of the best writing Toriyama's done in terms of a fight scene. Everything else in that arc can blow me.
Well, the Vegeta redemption was good too, I think.
Well, that's part of the that to me is part of the Majin Vegeta.
Yeah, and also I agree with you, and I felt that the I do think Goku's unbearable. Like, oh, I could have beat Majin Buu, but I wanted the kids to do something. Like, oh my god,
which completely contradicts everything about his goddamn character,
and it contradicts the entire thing with Buu, because then later on he says the same thing, and then Kid Buu's like stronger and. Yeah, it's annoying.
So yeah, I would say Android has the most plot holes, but I would say the Buu arc has the most contrivances.
Spencer D. Etchberger, who is stronger, Videl or Yamcha? Yamcha. I mean.
Oh yeah, I was about to say one of these can blow up planets.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Yamcha could bust a planet.
I guess he could.
Yeah, I was like,
if Raleigh can.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna say he's trained with Kaio by this point. Like even if he hasn't been training, he still has enough power to blow up a moon.
Yeah, I would hope so, but he's too much of a pussy too. Now we got some questions that we're gonna dig into. All right, would you rather be a virgin forever or have sex with your brother and sister one time? Brother or sister?
How hot is the sister?
Yeah. Well, you are right next to Alabama where you live, so
I'm just saying, I mean, there are certain parts of the world where it's a little bit more, I don't know. Like, it depends on how desperate I get. How drunk am I?
Well, it's just your sister. I mean, nobody said you have to have a fucking retard baby with her or anything like that.
Oh, no, but it's still just kind of gross to think about. I mean, if we're talking about my real life sister,
I didn't even know you had a sister, bro. I thought you were made in some laboratory of hate in underneath Auschwitz or some shit. I didn't even know you were hatched, bro.
And these were the ingredients to make the perfect asshole.
Well, and it worked. But you had to absorb 2 lesser assholes in order to become.
Now it just sounds like we're getting into gay porn territory.
Well, whatever. I mean, the guy did ask, have sex with your brother's sister.
Yeah. I mean, if I get to pick who my sister is in this fictional situation,
all right. Well, you said you have a real life sister.
Yes.
All right, would
Not
you?
my not my real life sister. No, Jesus Christ, no. Ugh.
Okay. Well, I'm sure she feels the same way about you.
I would hope so.
Would you rather crap your pants in
Hey,
public?
wait, you didn't answer the question, motherfucker.
What question? What are you talking about?
The virgin or sibling question.
I
Go.
don't even see that question here. What are you talking about?
You son of a bitch.
I don't even see it.
You dirty dick licker.
you-
Goddamn.
Yeah, I'd fuck my sister. I don't have one, but if she looked like me, I would. How about that? Would you rather crap your pants in public once a year for the rest of your life or crap yourself in private every day for the rest of your life? I don't understand the question. Crap my pants in public once a year or crap myself in private? But I do crap myself in private. I don't understand that.
I don't. Yeah.
It's a stupid fucking question, bro. Sorry. Would you rather have no penis or 5 penises? Well, I want to have 8 penises, bro. I want to be like Octocock. And those of you who don't know
The
what that is,
octopus.
yeah, I'm just letting everybody know. If you're going to look this up, please be over the age of 18, okay? Please. Look up a video called Octocock. And it's a guy with a psycho mantis mask on. And he's got 8 dicks, right? And he's getting his dick sucked. It is porn. And he goes, "You like Octocock's cocks?" And she's like, "Oh, yeah." And he's like, "Suck on Octocock cock." And like, it's the funniest, strangest porn ever. I found it one day randomly. And no, I don't pleasure myself to it. But you have to be over the age of 18 to look at that, okay? And then when she's sucking his fake dicks, it's all rubber. He goes, "You miss cocks number 8." Did you ever see that?
I'm looking it up right now while you're talking. Wow. Like, I mean, I have jerked off to weird things, but I think I have to draw the line somewhere.
No, but the thing is, it's not even for the jerk off. It's the fact that his accent's hilarious. "You like Octocock's cocks?" And he's wearing a psycho mantis mask, bro.
You know, I was really worried that this Q&A was gonna end up being boring. Like, we weren't gonna have like good conversational material. I was wrong.
I'm happy that we did, bro. So, would you rather have no penis or 5?
Well, 5, obviously.
Xeon, can you imagine how tough it would be if you had a cock like on your hand? Like, you can't think about so many things you couldn't do. Like, if you slap a guy in the face, sexual harassment. You can't play basketball. You can't go bowling. I mean, your life is almost ruined if you had a cock on your hand.
Well, where in my hand are we talking? Like the palm, the back?
I'm picturing the palm, because if you have a cock sticking out of your palm, you can't bowl, you can't play basketball. And like I said, if you slap a guy, it's sexual harassment.
I mean, like, I would cock slap a guy with my cock hand. My hand cock.
Hancock.
Uh,
So what do you think about Octocock?
that was a thing I just saw.
Would you rather lose your sex organs forever or gain 200 pounds for the rest of your life? Well, guess what? I've already been at the plus 200 pound mark, and I would rather have that. And I have my sex organs when I was 400 pounds. I used to be 400 pounds at one time, and now I'm half of that. And I had my sex organs then. They still worked. So that would be my answer. What about you?
Oh man, that's because I hate the idea of ever being obese, but I don't like the idea of never having sex again.
So what's your choice?
So I'm gonna have to like go with being a fat fuck and just hit the gym as much as I can to try and lose that. Because Jesus Christ, I mean I can still eat pussy till the day I die. I mean, like that. I guess that would tide me over, but you know,
But what good is eating pussy if you can't get off to it?
There's that.
Because I don't eat pussy just for fun. I eat pussy so I can get my. Why are we talking about this, bro? You know what I'm saying, all right? I don't just do it because I enjoy it. You know, I'm not saying I enjoy it with everybody. You got to be a special girl to have to feel my tongue in the holiest of holes. Man, this Q&A's fucked.
I was to say, no, dude, fuck that. Like, cunnilingus is one of man's greatest inventions. Like, the guy who first thought, I'm going to put my tongue on that. I salute you, good sir. Like, you know, fuck fire, fuck wheels, fuck space travel, cunnilingus. That was our greatest fucking, like contribution to humanity.
He saw the pussy and went, I want to put my tongue in that, see what it tastes like. My dick was just in there, but let's see what it tastes like. You know,
like... Yeah, all right, yeah, I like it.
Tastes like chicken. And then he runs into the one and he's like, oh, ooh, Does not taste like chicken. Tastes like skunk. And they're
Like-
out there.
Wait, why does this taste like bad salmon?
No. Oh. No, and the one that tastes like bread. That's the worst one if it tastes like bread, bro. Oh, it tastes like warm rolls. That's the worst. You know, run away and never return.
Yeah, let's say I've never had one taste like bad bread before. That's a new one.
Well, you don't want to, bro. Just read between the lines. Would you rather
Oh
wear...
god, that was a yeast infection joke.
There you go.
Oh.
I heard it really does smell like that.
Oh man. Oh man, I have never gone down on a chick with a yeast infection. That sounds like a nightmare.
Well, I think
that no wonder you don't want to eat pussy anymore. That would ruin me too.
I never did, bro. I did. I heard.
Oh, you've heard the legend.
I've heard. I would never. If it smells like just like Notorious B.I.G. said, if it smells like sanitation, I turn like doorknob, bro. If I take your panties off, bro, and it smells like a Korean graveyard, I'm out. I'm out, bro. I might put it in you, but and even then I'd be scared. Would you rather wear a snowsuit in the desert or be naked in Antarctica? Well, QAAMAN's naked in Antarctica all the time, so I mean, I guess I'd do that. But what do you think?
I mean, like out in the open in Antarctica, or like in a house?
It would
Like
still be cold as shit.
Right, but you know, at least I'd be in a house naked because I don't know, because like either one, like you know, if I have to actually be out in the elements, both of these are going to kill me. I'm gonna go with being flash frozen over slowly steaming to death.
I agree with you completely. I agree. Now, here's one that I know we can answer. Would you rather secretly have sex with a goat or have everyone think you had sex with a goat even though you did? Now, you've actually had sex with goats, so what's your answer?
What the fuck?
I mean, it's
That's
obvious
a
just by
lie.
watching your videos. So, yeah.
What-
You and
what
Goku
vid-
T23.
I don't even know how to react to that. Okay,
No,
anyhow.
I'm just kidding about Goku T23. I don't know that for sure. I'm just
You're a
joking.
horrible bastard.
I'm just joking.
No, yeah, I would rather just have everyone think I did, because you know I'm pretty sure some female is still gonna fuck a guy who they believe has had sex with a goat.
Especially if she's had sex with a goat, too.
Ugh.
Interspecies erotica. Xeon, you know what I like about Goku T23, bro? And I'm being very serious right now. The fact that he doesn't
Wait, he says GT.
Besides that, the fact that he doesn't have a channel filled with nothing but super content. I like that a lot, you know? I like that about I respect that about him, Xeon.
No, that is actually something. I mean, I don't visit his channel because his content has nothing to offer me. But at the same time, 90% of you guys don't have content to offer me. So,
I mean, you guys.
you know, you people.
What people? Who? Hispanics?
The Dragon Ball community, you racist.
Oh, okay. You're the one who said you guys. Brown people? Okay, but don't group me in with them because I know for a fact you watch at least 25% of my videos.
That is true. I like your scripted content. I watch, like I watch that. I watch Gabby's stuff. I watch Lance's stuff.
You watch Juan stuff once a year.
Juan stuff. I watch. Yeah, well, it's like a Christmas special, you know. Yeah, it's just like oh, it's the new one. You know,
Yes.
it's you enjoy it, and then you wait until Christmas rolls around again.
That's it.
But yeah. So I watched all that, and that's it.
And you watch Bob Samurai, right? You're a big fan of his, right?
Oh, I can't stand those stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it comes off just really pretentious. I don't really care for his stuff.
Would you rather experience a sharp pain in your side each time someone says your name or have a bell sound each time you're aroused? Well, the older I get, the more I lean towards the second one, right? Because at some point I won't even be hearing a bell. What about you?
Yeah, I'd rather hear a bell every time I was aroused.
Now, the reason why I would rather pick that one is because what people don't know is that whenever I get aroused, people open doves in cages and shit, bro. And they raise swords and shit. So, I mean, I'm used to hearing noises when I get aroused. So.
I got a sword to raise.
Kill, marry, fuck. John Cena, Donald Trump, Barack Obama. Okay, I would kill Donald Trump. I would marry Barack Obama because he's rich and like Donald Trump. Because all three of these guys are rich, but I'd marry Barack Obama. He seems like the most reasonable guy. And then I would fuck John Cena because he's got big muscles. What about you?
Sounds right. I'll go with that as well.
All right. Now, we're going to skip this question. Would you rather watch Sean Connery versus the Cock? Because I've never seen that unless you have. But what do you think about Sailor Ball Z? That's a great question for you.
Um, I was not old enough to see that when I saw it. I was not mentally prepared.
Me neither,
It
but we
is.
still saw it.
Oh God, what was that like? I think I was talking to Megan about that one not too long ago because I think she's seen it as well. We are just like, what the fuck? But yeah, no. It is. I recommend everyone sees it. Everyone needs to see Sailor Ball
Over
Z.
18. Over 18.
No, no, shut the fuck up. If you're like 14 years old, go look up Sailor Ball Z. If it says, hey,
The
you need to
views
be
expressed by
18.
Hale Zeon don't reflect those of me.
Yeah, no, no. I'm a horrible influence. I should never be around children because I'll make them do things that their parents will hate them for and probably get them grounded.
That sounds
Anyhow,
extremely creepy what you just said, bro. Have you registered yet?
to vote?
No. Not exactly.
Because I'm registered to vote.
Well, that's also a waste of time, but yeah,
Well, I
Sailor
mean,
Ball Z.
this election it is.
Well, I'd say every election, but that's my opinion. But we're
Yeah.
not gonna get political on this Q&A here. So you're gonna give Sailor Ball Z a thumbs up then?
Yes. It'll like honestly get some alcohol, get some friends, and watch it. It is a must see. 10 out of 10. Better than the Broly movies. Like it needs to be seen.
Well, speaking of Broly, would you want to see a manga adaptation of Broly? Don't leave. Well, I'm afraid I don't want to see that. In between the events of the first movie and when he rescues his fallen planet Vegeta, no, I don't want to see that.
No.
You?
I don't care. I don't like Broly as a character, nor do I care about his story.
Me neither. Is Pui Pui an Arcosian? If so, then doesn't that mean he shows the Arcosian home planet where Frieza came from when he fights Vegeta?
Where the fuck did that even come? One thing, Arcosians aren't even a fucking thing in the sub. And what the fuck would make you... What the fuck? I don't even know, like... I don't even get that.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I don't know where the fuck, like, you can look at Pui Pui and go, yeah, like he's an Arcosian, right? This thing that was only ever mentioned in the dub.
I don't even know what an Arcosian is, bro.
Oh my god, that's so weird. That's such a random ass question.
Yeah, I don't even know what. All right. So you got here this guy's quoting Tupac lyrics. It's probably Majin Soul. I know these. Ever since you was the Eric Burdine, whoever this is doing like, these lyric quotes. I'm just gonna close out of them, but thank you for sending them or whatever. If the editors decided to bring back one popular character from the literary graveyard and asked you for advice, who would you pick and why? From B. And for Dragon Ball or for anything?
I'm assuming Dragon Ball.
I mean, what character would you bring? I don't understand the question. Like, everybody's already come back in Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I mean the only thing, the only character I can really think of that had left and never came back is Lunch. That's it. She's really the only one that just gets completely forgotten.
And Uncle Ben, bro. By the way, was he you?
He has the best rice.
It was you.
It's the die
You
for.
and I were the ones that talked about the Uncle Ben Uncle Ben being black in the next Spider-Man movie, right?
Probably.
That was you and I, right?
Probably.
And then I confused it with the Zataran guy. Zataran, yeah.
That's just racist. You can't tell black rice people apart.
No, I can't. Same thing with Aunt Jemima.
They all this rice looks the same to me.
Remember, bro, Cocoa Puffs are cuckoo. They're saying that blacks are cuckoo. It's an agenda.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the moon landings were faked?
No. There's not enough reason. There's not enough evidence to support that, as far as I've looked.
You don't think Stanley Kubrick filmed it, and the fact that the flag was waving was not an indicator that it might be fake?
No.
Okay. I don't know yet. I have to go back and watch those documentaries again. I already answered this in the Josh Q&A. I'm gonna just start skipping down here. This also was asked in the Josh Q&A. If you're going to be asking questions that are in everybody else's Q&A, I'm not going to answer them. Have I seen Team 4-Star? Never heard of them. All right. Hey, Big D. I've only watched Dragon Ball, GT, and the Kai English dub all the way through, and parts of Z when I was a kid. So I've never watched the entire series all the way through. Should I watch the Japanese version? How long have you been subbed to me?
That's a good question.
And then he said, and then this guy says, I watched the Japanese Saiyan arc. It was great.
Then why not just watch the rest of it? I don't get it. Like, I mean, if you're gonna watch it, just fucking watch it. Like why would you ask?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
just watch it.
If you,
That's all I can say.
by the way, folks, if you send these to me, they're gonna automatically get deleted because I'm not gonna get a copyright strike. So sorry. Have you ever seen a Majin Soul comment without the emoticon? Marky Martin, no. Let's see. I'm gonna keep moving. I answered this again in Josh's Q&A. Is Mr. Popo an example of racism in modern material? It's easy to see why because of his appearance, which looks like a blackface, but there are some factors that would counter the supposed racism. What do you think, mate? What do you think?
Okay, racism really is a subjective. Like, racism is a subjective cultural thing, and first off, yes, I do think that there's a good possibility that Popo's design is based off of the kind of racist archetype of like black people in animation. That being said, to the Japanese, that's not racist. That's just how we drew black people. So that's where they got like how black people look in animation. To them, it doesn't have the same racial context to it.
I agree with that.
Like because Mr. Yeah, like Servant Black or whatever hell his name is
Killa.
from the Red. Yeah, yeah, like all those guys have like the big lips and they have the look. Yeah, they all look like that, and yeah, it's not. It has nothing to do with racism from their perspective. It's just they don't have the same cultural context because they didn't have black people who are horribly subjugated, and then we had these racist caricatures of them that depict them in terrible light. Because from their perspective, it's just like, oh, that's a black person in a cartoon. They don't have the cultural context to know that we were horrible bigots in like the 40s when we were making these cartoons.
Yeah, we can get some classic shit from back then, though. Remember that? What was the name of that Popeye cartoon that came out during World War II? Mr. Jap, Mr. Jap. Do you remember that?
Oh,
It's so fucked up.
God, yeah, our
Mr.
propaganda
Jap.
was so bad. Oh, speaking of propaganda, Funimation licensed this World War II Japanese propaganda film. It's
Well, that's
it's
random.
well, yeah. What it is, it was they actually paid to have it like because like the film reel was found to have they co-funded the restoration of it because it is the oldest animated film in Japan. So it is literally a piece of history.
Are they gonna dub it
And
with Chris Sabat and Sean Schemmel?
I hope so. That would be great, especially if they all doing like racist Japanese accents. And hey, Danny. So are you gonna ever do another Q&A with Hale Zien? I hear that guy's pretty fucking cool, man.
I don't think
Like,
I
why don't you
will.
ever bring him back more?
He's just a terrible human being, though.
He really is. I mean, like every time you do, like I look at your comment section, just people trash that guy all the time. What a fucking asshole.
This question
God,
again.
I hope he gets raped to death by like a bunch of black prisoners. Not saying
I
that
like how
all
they have to be
prisoners.
black, bro. They have to
Not,
be. This
well,
is
I
the
mean, they
most
have the
racist
biggest
Q&A
dicks.
ever.
They have the biggest dicks. Let's just be honest. Statistically speaking, I'm not saying that all black guys have to have big dicks. I don't want to be misrepresenting the African American community and their humongous penises. But, if you want to make, rape horrible for Hale Zeon, you're going to want to rape them with the biggest penises you have on hand. Just saying.
Penises? Yeah, I guess you're
Yeah.
right. I skipped down a little bit. What would you want to see happen in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2? Everybody's done a video on this, but I really haven't, so I wanted to get your thoughts. I know you did a video where you're excited about Xenoverse 2. What do you want from
Yeah.
this game?
I just want to see just basic improvements to the mechanics. I want to see a lot of the grinding removed because the grinding was fucking horrible in Xenoverse 1.
I agree.
It's like when you're trying to pad out your gameplay to the point to where playing it becomes a chore, that's not fun anymore. I don't give a shit about your game
Welcome
anymore.
to Dokkan Battle.
Yeah, whenever you make the grinding such a part where it's like, well, I have to like do this quest and keep doing it over and over and over again to get this ability or the Z Soul, or I need to grind this to get a Dragon Ball, or I need to friggin' do all this stuff to level up far enough so I can beat this quest, so I can get unlock this character. It's boring. It gets to the point where you're just like, fucking kill me, and
It's
I
about
hate
the
it.
repetitiveness is what it is.
Yeah,
If they made it
yeah.
fun and different, it'd be one thing.
Yeah, just the grinding becomes really monotonous. You end up doing the same quest over and over and over and over, and it becomes monotonous garbage after a while. Like it starts off great and just makes you want to chuck it out the fucking window by the end.
How about this one?
Which one?
Another
yeah,
one.
yeah, Danny. When the fuck are you gonna do it? Fucking hell's yeah on QA.
What about this
Like
one?
the
I'm not
people
answering.
demand it.
I don't think neither you or I should answer this one, bro.
Why not? I mean,
No, no,
to
no,
be
no,
honest.
no, 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 no. Let's just keep that. Let's trust me.
All right.
It's
all
just
right.
it's gonna lead to a 1 hour fucking thing here. It's already gonna be an hour. All right. Let's go ahead and do this one here. Is there a chance the Ocean dub of Kai, instead of being broadcast on Canadian TV, gets a limited edition home release? I know Funimation has the DVD Blu-ray rights on lockdown, but what if Ocean struck a deal with them to do a limited release like Rock the Dragon? No, because okay, the Rock the Dragon set was originally a Funimation dub. The redub that the Ocean Group did for the remainder of Dragon Ball Z is owned by the AB Group. Funimation can put this out with the Ocean dub. But the AB Group dub is not owned by them. Even though it's the same voice actors for the most part, it's not owned by them. So, no, we're not going to see that. I don't think that the Ocean dub's going to get a home release. It never has before. Do you have anything to counter that?
Yeah, like the only thing that like I could say is that if the Kai dub, if you ever want to see the Kai dub by the Ocean Group,
It doesn't exist.
yeah, it doesn't exist at this point.
I
but
mean, it
like,
does exist, but we've never seen it. The
Yeah,
rumor
like-
has it that's been done for a while.
yeah, but kind of like the Boo arc for
Well, that
for
is done.
Funimation. Yeah, that is done. But yeah, I would say you would just have to import the Blu-rays if they're region 1.
Yeah, I think Canada is region 1, or region A.
Yeah, they
Isn't it
are.
region A.
Yeah,
for Blu-ray?
region A. Yeah, it's region A, along with Japan, which is why our fucking Blu-rays cost so goddamn much.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Number 2, I honestly think that's the best thing that could be done with the dub now, because after Funimation dubs the Boo arc, probably the only dub people want to see on TV will be Super. Well, yeah, but I don't think Ocean's going to affect that. Number 3, I hate to be a Canadian watching Kai 4 to 5 years on TV waiting for an Ocean dub of Super, as Funimation already airs their Super dub. It's frustrating and saddening. Well, the internet's kind of changed things now. If you really, really like Dragon Ball, you'll find a way to watch it, right?
I like how even the Canadians identify that it sucks to be Canadian.
It does. Well, they get the fuck animals now, Xeon, which is something you've been dreaming about for years.
Is that seriously a thing?
Yeah, it's been legal. Bestiality's legal in Canada now. Amber was very excited, bro. Now she can fucking really experiment.
I'm gonna be sick.
What do you think would happen if Falconer score was the Japanese Dragon Ball Z score? If it was used in most of the world, the Kahuchi score was the US placement track, would purists appreciate the dub more? I don't know, bro. It depends. See, a lot of it is what's imprinted on you first. So I would say it might be backwards. It might not be. I don't think it would fit with the Japanese version.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me. Okay, I personally have no problem with the Falconer score. I genuinely like the Falconer score. That being said, I don't think it really fits Dragon Ball Z that well. I do think it is I think it's fine music on its own. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't like Funimation's dub of Dragon Ball. I think it was a terrible dub. That's my only thing.
Yeah, I don't hate the Falconer score at all. I don't like every song on it, though.
Right.
There are a lot of annoying tracks. There's a lot of good tracks, too. But
yeah.
I don't know. It just wouldn't fit right with the Japanese voices, I don't think.
Yeah, it'd be an interesting experiment, but yeah.
Do you think that Dragon Ball fanbase should give GT a second chance? Yes. In fact, Xeon and I did a video about that called, GT, something about GT. What was the name of the video again?
I think it was should you give GT a second chance?
Yeah, something like that. So go watch that video. We talk about it.
Yeah, well, wasn't that the very first video you and I did together?
One of the first ones, yeah. I think it was.
I think it was either that or it was the second video, because I remember it was one of the very first we did.
The first one might have been that one. The second one might have been the Faster Than Light one. The one that you hate.
Yeah, that was a terrible video.
No, it was not.
No, it was a shit video.
It's on my channel.
Well, okay, fine. It was an impromptu video that ended up being shit, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that it ended up on your channel.
No, it's not shit, folks. Don't listen to him. Can we agree that Goku T23 overuses the word inside in the wrong context? Well, yes, he does do that.
Well, yeah, he's butchering the English language,
Yeah,
but
he's
yeah,
done
I
that
mean,
before. But it's funny.
I don't know if I can blame him because he's foreign. So there's that.
Here's a good question. Do you agree with people not buying the Kai Blu-rays with Sumitomo because they prefer not to support plagiarism? Well, first of all,
Yamamoto.
Yamamoto's who they're thinking of, yeah. And second of all, this sounds like a cop-out, honestly, from buying it. I mean, I get it that you want the Yamamoto score, but the Japanese have to go through the same shit that we have to go through. Like, here's my thing. If you don't want to buy Kai, like, if you're one of those fans that does not want to purchase Kai, just, like, you know, fucking watch it on Cartoon Network, all right? But buy Dragon Ball Z if you want. Like, that's my thing. What do you think about that whole thing?
Okay, see, thing is though, like, are they talking about just like they just don't want to watch Kai at all? They're choosing not to because the only other option is
Well,
to.
he's saying people who don't want to buy the Blu-rays with Yamamoto because they prefer not to support plagiarism. But the thing is that the Yamamoto score hasn't even been on the Blu-rays. Like, that's out of print.
Oh, did they remove them from the old Blu-rays? Because my first 3 Blu-rays have the Yamamoto on.
Yes, you have the original prints. The reprints have removed that. You have the rare ones. Those are actually very rare. The reprints have
Kikuchi score.
Kikuchi, yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, even if that were the case, because I mean, your only alternative would be to pirate it, and at that point, you're supporting piracy, which is the shittiest thing human beings can do, and I want to punch them all in the goddamn throat.
Right. Kill, marry, fuck for Neverworld, double for anime, and a fresh turd. Well, I know which one smells the best, but what do you think? Do you have an answer for this?
I don't want to answer these. That's a dumb fucking one. Can I just kill all of them?
I'd kill all 3 and fuck myself. All right, this guy's asking me a question of a video that I already made. What do you think about Unreal? He's a nice guy. How about another one? Another one, bro. Look at that.
Jesus Christ!
You're a very popular guy.
Okay,
bro.
I have to imagine
That's
it's just like the same guy. I'm assuming that has to be the same person. Just
People
asking.
were asking me about you at MegaCon, bro. Where's Xeon?
That's so weird. That's so weird that they would just assume that I'd be at MegaCon.
Well, I guess they figured out you were in Florida. I guess.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense if they know I'm in Florida.
That's the only thing that makes any sense.
But I'm on the other end.
Yeah, you're on the bad end.
Let's see. Answer my questions, QAAMAN.
My new favorite YouTuber, Expert Games. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but whatever. I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's saying.
Something about them answering all those questions. Okay.
We got a couple of questions here from this girl, Sarah. Let's get these 3 and then we're out of here. All right. This is the last questions. Travis John, what are your expectations from Avengers Infinity War? Do you think the Russos can pull this one off? I'm cautiously optimistic. What do you think?
They have done nothing but stellar work with the MCU. I think they hit a perfect pitch balance of characters and screen time in Civil War. Even though they shoehorned Spider-Man in, it still fucking worked.
They did a good job with that shoehorning.
Yeah, it's obvious that they just kind of tacked him in there. But
in their defense, that was probably a Kevin Feige call. Because remember, he wasn't even supposed to be in that movie originally.
Yeah, and, and they also kind of tack in Ant-Man as well. Those 2 just kind of get tacked onto the film for the big fight. That being said, they're tacked on very well, and
they're the highlights in many ways.
Yeah, they get some of the best. They get some of the best scenes in that movie. They're memorable, and yeah, just like everyone gets a great scene. Everyone gets a good character moment. Everyone felt like their characters. Everyone felt nice and 3-dimensional as characters, and it was a great fucking story. And it was a good complex story in its own right. It wasn't just, oh, we're the superheroes and we're gonna just punch face for 2 fucking hours, or just talk shit for 2 hours and punch face for 10 minutes. Fuck you, Batman v Superman. Anyhow,
so I
think they can, especially when they have 2 movies to work with.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be friggin' 5 hours of movie. Okay, hold up. I want to answer that one because that one sounds. Okay.
This one right here.
No, about being a girl who likes Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, Sarah Jensen writes, "Hey, I'm afraid of telling people that I like DBZ because I'm a girl. What should I do?"
Okay.
You're gonna get a lot of guys to like you do that, but go ahead.
First off, well, fuck what guys think or fuck what anyone thinks. Always take pride in your hobbies. Always be passionate about the things that you genuinely love and never feel shame about them. I am a grown ass man who fucking loves Sailor Moon, Ninja Turtles, and fucking My Little Pony and Dragon Ball Z. I don't give a shit what anyone says. I like these things because I like them. I don't need to defend myself or explain myself to anybody.
He
and if
likes
anyone
Sailor Ball
tells
Z.
me, if anyone tries to tell me that I'm wrong or stupid or a fucking man child for liking the things I like, they can fucking blow me. Always take pride in what you love. Never feel fucking shame. And if anyone wants to judge you for anything that you like, fuck them. They're not worth having in your life.
I agree with everything you just said. I might do speak to him about that. Before we get to this last question right here, I'll have to ask this one right here. All right. Well, first of all, how did Fat Boo survive Vegeta sacrifice? Why didn't Kid Buu survive Kamehameha? Well, for number one, he did. Kid Buu did. And number two, Fat Boo survived because he put himself back together. I mean, watch the series, bro. I mean, it's in the series. Look. It's not the same guy because they all say it differently.
Yeah.
By the way, I might actually title the video that feature question. Can you do more Q&As?
Do it. That's great because we've had it like 4 fucking times now.
This is the 4th time. Are there any more?
I know, right?
Ocean dub of Kai again. All right, let's go back here. Do you think a dream foursome of you and Jay would be Bulma and Vegeta? You would achieve your dream of fucking Bulma, and Jay would achieve a dream of literally sucking Vegeta off. Well, my dream's not to fuck Bulma, but I would take it if she offered it to me. But Jay's dream is to suck Vegeta off, so yes, because he's a Vegeta fanboy. So yes, that would be a dream foursome for me and Jay. Oh look, give this to Hail Zeon if you remember. I'm almost afraid to open it, but fuck it. Okay, let's see what it is. Oh, okay, that's not so bad.
Oh, no, it could be pornography.
It's not pornography. It's well, for you it is.
Oh,
do you see it?
Yeah, I do.
That's
okay.
All right, well, Zeon has it, bro, and the evidence.
All
right,
is right here. I have seen this. That was kind of weird.
Did you hear the Chris Stuckman prefers DBZ's dub? Could the greatest film critic of all time be black for? Okay, first of all, all right. First of all, Chris Stuckman is not the greatest film critic of all time.
Yeah, I was about to say that's me.
It's definitely not Chris Stuckman. All right,
yeah,
Chris Stuckman. Yeah. I respect his opinion, but he ain't the greatest film critic of all time. All right,
I mean, you can't just call someone the greatest at subjective opinion.
And it's some guy who does YouTube. I mean, there's guys who have been around for years who know films better than him. Yeah. And as far as him preferring the DBZ dub, I don't really care because, like, look, Tyrone Magnus is very entertaining. I think he's very funny, very charismatic. He's a cool guy to hang out with, but I don't agree with his opinions. He thinks that Turtles sucks and Batman v Superman's good. He's like the reverse of you, bro. He actually said that Turtles sucks and Batman v Superman's better than Civil War. Think about that right now. He said that.
Ooh.
And he's also a dummy. So, again, Tyrone Magnus, I don't agree with him. Also, he said that when that April Fool's when Miller was going to replace Snyder, which was an April Fool's, he said that was a bad move. You're telling me that Zack Snyder is a better director than George Miller, bro? Like,
oof.
I'm sorry, but that you lose credibility with me when you say things like that. I'm just being...
I mean, like, Chris Stuckman, I've seen plenty of his videos. I think because he comes off to me as the everyman's reviewer. Like he's really good at kind of encapsulating what most people are going to feel about a movie. And I guess in some way you could argue that makes him the best film critic because his voice resonates with the most people. But once again...
A lot of people are dumb. That's the problem.
I don't think Chris Stuckman's dumb because I mean he makes some pretty valid points.
No, he's not dumb. It's just that him preferring the dub, I don't care. First of all, second of all, he doesn't mean he's right about everything because he's not. I mean that's clearly
and plus, I mean, like preferring the dub doesn't make him wrong. I mean that's just his preferred way of watching it.
Sure.
Like there is no right or wrong way to fucking enjoy this franchise, people.
No.
Like if you're gonna get up on your fucking soapbox and say you're not a true Dragon Ball fan unless you watch it from beginning to end, every single show, in the original Japanese subtitled or raw or whatever. You know, you're being an elitist cunt. and you're putting a damper on other people's enjoyment of a franchise that they love. Don't be a dick.
I actually think that they should. If you're, I do feel though that if you are a real Dragon Ball fan, you will watch the whole thing at least once. At least.
Well, yeah. I mean,
once
the thing
in
is, I mean, there is such thing as just being a casual. Like, you know, you
there
really
is.
like
I
Dragon
agree
Ball
with that.
Z. You know, maybe you don't like Dragon Ball. I mean, Dragon Ball is very different, and
Yeah.
I'm one of those people that like Dragon Ball Z is really nostalgic for me. I think Dragon Ball's fantastic. Z not so much. Z has a lot of narrative fuck ups. It uses its characters horribly, and yeah, like I mean, Z and GT are like just okay in my book, and Super. Well, we know what I think about Super.
I mean, look, I like Stuckman, but I think you're putting too much stock in his opinion.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Because
there's no such thing as being like, you know, because especially in evaluating entertainment, it's all opinions, guys. That's all this shit is. We are a bunch of dudes on the fucking internet giving our opinions. Our opinions don't fucking matter. I wish more people would understand that.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Because seriously, like nothing you or I say could really fucking damage someone's enjoyment of something, unless unless we somehow make someone think that something isn't good. And in that case, maybe it wasn't good.
Well, I mean, there are things that are universal truths. The reality is, and this is a universal truth, the original Z-dub's got problems, and lots of it. And if you sit there and you deny that, see, it's one thing if you say, hey, man, I like the dub more, blah, 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 for whatever the reason is. There's almost not really a lot of...
But I mean, if you want to split hairs, the sub has problems.
Yes, well, the whole series has problems.
Yeah, I mean,
but
like
the point
Toriyama's
is that,
story is.
But there's a difference between saying that and saying and disrespecting the Japanese version. That's when you start pissing me off, you know.
Yeah.
Because you can't deny there's problems. You cannot deny there's problems. You're an idiot if you deny it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just the era that the dub was made and everything. Yeah. I mean, like I said, like I don't want to watch it dubbed, but I would never tell anyone that they're wrong for watching it dubbed.
Well, I would tell them try it in Japanese, and you'll know. You'll know.
Yeah, yeah. Just give it a shot. You know.
Yeah, watch it. I think if you're a Dragon Ball fan, you have to watch it at least once. That's.
Yeah.
If I sound like an elitist cunt, I'm an elitist cunt, but that's how I feel.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're not telling people you need to do it. I mean, you know, it's. Oh, okay. Well, maybe you're an elitist cunt.
All right. Well, that's fine. At least I'm self-aware about it.
Right.
So this guy's asking about the Ocean Kai. Okay, asking Sean Schemmel about the Ocean Kai does nothing because he doesn't work for the Ocean Group.
Right.
So, yeah. I had one last question here, bro, but I completely forgot which one it was. So do you want to just do one more? We'll pick a random one and that's it.
All right, like, if it's a good one. Oh, there's the one about like why don't Dragon Ball people have cons?
I don't care.
Yeah. Let's see.
Do you think it's fair to criticize Ramstein Real for making videos about Falcon returning Dragon Ball? That's extremely unlikely. I don't remember them doing those videos. Well, I don't remember Dino or Unreal doing videos about that. If they did, it was a long time ago before they knew me. Because I've talked to both of them, and they know why Falcon will never come back now. And it has nothing to do. It has nothing at all to do with music quality. It has everything to do with legal problems, right?
Yeah.
Nothing to do with it. All right.
Actually, there was an interesting one about why Dragon Ball and GT won't ever be on Blu-ray.
This one?
And it was.
I don't really have an answer for it, but.
I can pretty much like tell you why.
I mean, there's also this one right here. Do you think they'll ever release an upscale one? But go ahead with your answer.
Yeah, because I mean that's the thing. Like if they do it, it would have to be an upscale, and people aren't going to be interested in an upscaled SD release because that's what it's going to be. Because the reason Funimation's able to do the Z Blu-rays is because they actually have like third generation film reels that they can process and do an HD remaster of. They don't have, yeah, they like for Dragon Ball and GT, they just have tapes. They have these old source tapes that they use for their DVD renders.
Yeah,
I think they have like digibetas.
Yeah, digibeta. They don't have third generation SVHSs.
Yeah, and those are like those are basically like like high quality VHS tapes. Basically, is what they are.
It would have to be what Toei themselves doing.
Yeah, Toei would either have to give Funimation some type of film reel footage to work with, kind of like they did with Dragon Ball Z, or Toei themselves would have to make the render, because Funimation just doesn't have to. They could take the SD sources and do a shitty upscale, but it would just be a cheap ass cash grab, and I just don't think it would be worth the time or effort to make just a really shitty SD remastered render of Dragon Ball for Blu-ray. Like, no one would want that. Other than just maybe just have everything on Blu-ray, but that's a really small. What are the cons of masturbation? Who looks at jerking off and goes, "Oh man, like I love like what's the downside to this? Oh man, there's so many negatives."
I guess if you jerk off too much, you might not get a hard on when you're actually with a girl.
I mean that sounds just like you broke your own penis, but I'm sorry. Like, I mean, other than, you know, one arm might be a little bit more toned than the other, you know, come on guys, a little diversity, mix it up a little.
Yeah.
There's no cons to this, unless maybe you need to like go somewhere right after and you come on your pants and you don't have time to change.
Or get a body pillow like Xeon has. That's it,
don't you judge me, you piece of shit.
I'm not judging. I'm not judging. All right, well, that's it for this special 75,000 hour long Q&A with Xeon. Everybody go check out his channel in case you haven't, unless you're a pussy.
I just realized this Q&A paints me in a horrible light because it makes people think that I'm into, like, incest, animal fucking, and pillow fucking. This is the worst Q&A. This is the worst representation of my character ever.
It's all true, bro. Give me a break.
It is a lies. It is lies and slander, and you goddamn know what you speak.
Bye.
Bye.